this year, our county engineer's office undertook a periodic inspection of the bridge and determined that it was no longer safe for vehicular traffic. This critically important task of maintaining our transportation infrastructure is made all the more difficult at the local level, given the inability of politicians in Trenton to adequately support the nearly bankrupt Transportation Trust Fund. So tonight, I'm calling on the state legislature to come together, as we do here in Burlington County, and find a permanent source of funding for the Transportation Trust Fund.
But I'm here basically because I want to support further discussion of the plans for the Centerton Bridge. I know that it is used by many in the community and the impact may have been greater than you actually have realized. I knew that bridge would eventually need to be rebuilt and repaired, so I'm really concerned that there has been no planning to do so for that. 295 is not the best alternative for a lot of people. It may seem redundant to some, or 5 to 10 minutes is not a big deal, but there's 14,000 people that are traveling over that bridge, and I think there need to be considered.
The bridge means more than just a little bit to people. It is extremely inconvenient, and I do not like going on 295 to get around a bridge and then start over again. If you want it for a walking bridge or a bicycle bridge, where are you going to park the people? There's a cemetery on one side, houses on the other. Where are you going to put them out in the creek?
I work in Mount Laurel, and I have taken the Centerton Bridge for many years. And now it's a total nightmare, depending on what time you get home and when you go home. And you try to get on 295 north exit, it's horrendous. I mean, you're stuck there, people will not let you go through. It's like a bunch of ants gathering all together, and you're stuck. It's a total nightmare. And why has it taken so long for somebody to finally say, we need to do something with the bridge? When in fact everybody knew that sooner or later something was going to have to be done with the bridge.
Several of my neighbors, friends, and members of Neighborhood Watch have reported to me that they avoid 295, and so they don't use the businesses that they frequented, such as Carlucci's and Wegmans and the Y in Mount Laurel. At times, it's very dangerous and people are threatened by the traffic on 295.
You know, we need that bridge. And the amount of traffic is just horrendous unless you open that bridge. Before you see a massive collision, or like I said, somebody getting shot because of road rage.
The idea of using the community to empower your state officials, in turn to empower your federal officials, you're going to get some feedback. But the problem is, you have to be honest and realistic about it. If you have a Republican-controlled governor that is slashed funding for infrastructure, and if you're a Republican-controlled freeholder board, are you going to be as forceful as you need for the will of the people? It's time to put political partisanship aside and listen to the will of the people.
I'm sitting there saying, I grew up on both sides of the bridge. I've been under it, over it, jumped off it, fished off it, walked over it, rode my bicycle over it. And I don't think you're going to make a very good pedestrian bridge out of the bridge because someone's going to fall off of it. You're going to be putting a lot of repairs into that. So I think that's really not feasible.